Travel by water here. Today I'm going to do a quick review on the Origo 5100 Heat Pal. So this is an alcohol heater and small boat stove in one. So in terms of cooking, I find it's nice that the stove is very portable, because what I can do is I can cook wherever I want with it. You know, I can cook inside the boat here if it's, you know, very cold outside. I don't tend to do that very often because, you know, it's a small cabin. Or what I more often do is I put the stove out in the cockpit, and that's where I cook, is out in the cockpit with the camper top up. And but the other thing that I often do is I'll take the stove ashore, you know, and do some cooking on a picnic table or just on the beach, and we can use it a little bit like a campfire. So here are some clips of or clips and images of us using it as in different ways to prepare our meals. Boat coffee. This morning we're doing a fried chorizo salami on herb and cheese bagels. The way you can tell your salami is properly cooked is by the smell. Simple, no-nonsense breakfast. In terms of fuel, I use hardware store alcohol for it. I don't buy the... sometimes I buy the specific marine stove alcohol, but it's the same stuff as the hardware store alcohol. I just buy whatever's cheapest. Okay, a couple of quick notes on the stove's performance. It holds 1 liter of alcohol, stove fuel, and from 1 liter you get 4 to 5 hours of burn time on high setting, which is what I've got it set right on right now, and about 10 hours on medium to low setting. So it gets pretty good use out of its fuel. I find I go through a couple of gallons, so maybe about 8 liters or so a season, and that's for heavy use. This is the stove I use for cruising, so it's you know, breakfast, lunch, and dinner are all made on this stove, as well as coffee and tea, and occasional use as a heater as well when necessary. A couple of things that I don't do with this heater is I don't leave it on when I'm sleeping or you know, getting ready for bed. You know, you can't have an open flame going on a small boat when you're sleeping, so it gets shut off well before that. Something that's very important to remember when you're using a heater like this on a small boat that uses combustion is you want it to be well ventilated. So I've got the heater underneath the forward hatch, and so that will let all the gases escape from the boat up through the hatch. And this particular hatch, the reason I'm using this is because it will keep the rain out. It's a pretty rainy day, so so yeah, let all the gases escape and let fresh oxygen come into the boat. Okay, so lighting the stove is pretty straightforward. It's already filled with fuel, alcohol, and then you just move this tab over this way to the open position, and you can see this heater element has a bigger gap in it than the rest, so I just there we go, it's lit, so that match will just kind of burn away. Okay, so the stove's pretty easy to light, as you can see. I think a barbecue lighter is recommended, but I didn't have one handy, so I just used a match. Okay, and then to get the heater kind of set up into heater mode, I just put a pot on top, or the cover on like that, and I'll put a pot on top to hold some of the heat. Okay, so as you can see, that's at the far forward end of the boat right now. It's taking a little shot there so you can see the flame through the heater element. So it is an open flame, very much an open flame. Okay, Well, there we go. There's a quick look at the Origo 5100 Heat Pal alcohol space heater and stove. I've found the stove to be really effective and reliable over several years of use. And, if one day something happens to this stove, I'll be replacing it with another one. Thank you for watching the Travel by Water channel. Have a good day.